Thank you, Sarah. Hey, everybody. It's late. I know you're kind of quiet. That's okay. So hopefully we'll be able to chuckle. With Halloween recently passed, I realized that when I was a kid, I wanted to be ice as well. But back then, there were only 3 types. I could be vanilla, cube, or tea. I also was driving in my neighborhood and I almost ran over this little black cat, and this lady screamed at me and she said, "Don't hit my little Sammy Davis Jr." Yeah, that's what you done, black cat. My grandfather was a little bit progressive, and that's what I'm going to go with because the alternative is worse. And I believe he was for interracial relationships. And I know that because he told me to bring him coffee once. He said, "Bring it like my women. Sweet, hot, and black." I'm a little embarrassed that that's how he said it, but as much as I like coffee too, I like my coffee like my women. Bitter and expensive. At least I didn't say ground up and in a tin can, right? This guy knows what I'm talking about. When I was prepping for tonight, I was really focused on finding this joke about the clitoris, but after 3 minutes, I was done, so you don't get one. I was the only guy in here that ever found it, I bet. There's a new play in DC that's opening this week. It already sold out. It's called Diddler on the Roof. When my son graduated high school, my sister, his aunt, called and said, "I want to get him a feminist gift for graduation." I said, "Well, my brother's given him $100. Are you good with 70? I was looking at a sketchbook my neighbor had, and he drew a carrot, and it was orange carrot. It was all jagged. I said, if I was one of a dirty mind, I'd say those look like anal beads. And he said, "Orange anal beads?" And I said, "Well, carrots are good for your eyes. Maybe this one's good for your eyes." Somebody gets the bead joke. There are a lot of things out there that you can't say anymore because they just sound racist. I went into Ace Hardware the other day and I asked a little too loud where I could find a new spigot. And they all kind of just looked at me like, "You can't say that in here." All right. Hopefully the rest of you guys will find that clitoris joke later and get a little chuckle. Thanks a lot. I'm Ryan. Back to Sarah.